Hey guys. Hey, welcome. How are you? It is Tuesday afternoon. New wardrobe that I started during Friday Night Live, and I get a few minutes to start painting before it's time for dinner. So let's do this. This was, I don't know if you remember, last week I mentioned going to Quita Allen's shop actually, and this was one that she picked up for me. So nice. So Matt and I drove last Wednesday and we went and picked it up, and we started it last Friday night for Friday Night Live, and I'm backing up just so I can let you guys see. This is the base coat. This is the I'm awkward, not so cute stage. So hey Andy Walker, fancy seeing you here. Anyway, this is the piece that I started the other night on Friday Night Live when we were trying to rap. I don't know. You guys were so awesome to come in and help me with lyrics for the theme song that we're having written for Friday Night Live. One of the ladies, Heather Wheeler, she's in my Creative Connection. Her husband offered to write a little theme song for the Talk to Me Tuesday, which is what we do in my Creative Connection on Tuesday nights tonight. And then he said I could probably do one for Friday Night Live, and I'm like, yes! So Friday, everybody's input was awesome. I was literally going through them today, writing down some of the lyrics. You guys were so good and so talented, and I had nothing. I had the head bobbing down and this, but as far as the lyrics, nil, nothing. I had nothing. And Q wasn't really much help either, but I'm looking forward to that. So that's coming up hopefully in the next few weeks. This is Bohemian Blue. For those of you that are not familiar with me, I'm Dionne Woods with the Turquoise Iris, and I use DIY paint for my makeovers. It's a clay base. It has no VOCs, it's all natural, and personally that is so important to me, to surround myself with a really healthy environment, because I'm gonna paint. Like, I am gonna paint, right? My paint runs through my blood. So I'm gonna use that, the best quality that I can. Colors, Bohemian Blue, which that is overlapping right here with the marquee. So those colors overlap and you almost get kind of a plummy purple color. Then I have Cowgirl Coral overlapping that. I think I added a little Queen Bee into here, which our Queen Bee is our really pretty golden yellow. And then up here, so what you didn't see was today, this morning, I know you're thinking weird color combinations, but just hang tight. We're in our awkward, ugly stage. So we're splotchy, we've got some acne, like we need a facial scrub, okay? This color is our Petticoat Pink. And then I went back and pulled the Cowgirl Coral up over it. So here's what I'm thinking the next color is gonna be. Just don't panic. Mint. Mint chip. So the idea is this is like the underlayer, like you would think about a canvas. This is the base, and then I want it to pop. I want more colors to come forward and give it more of a 3D look. So I'm going to use mint chip, and that's exactly the way it sounds, actually. It's mint chip. It's the most beautiful color. And I'm gonna use Queen Bee, which is our yellow. And I'm gonna start layering again. So this is just the base coat. So I'm gonna start adding some more layers. I'm gonna use a whole lot of golden ticket with this babe. I want fire, I want intense. And then, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna tell you what's next. I'm not gonna tell you, but I will be using these guys for a whole lot of the front of it. We're gonna do a lot of things going on here. But anyway, this is a large wardrobe. It's wide. We're gonna put a new rod up at the top and then a shelf halfway through. So if anybody's interested, DM me. Let's start painting instead of talking anymore. Okay, let me get a drink. So I'm gonna get my spray bottle and I'm gonna actually grab my mint chip, and I'm gonna start putting it here in the center. I'm going to come back in with some red and some coral and some Summer Crush and again, she's in her awkward stage. She's a little splotchy. She may need a face mask. But see it to the end, guys. See it to the end. Okay. So I'm going to grab my Paint Pixie number 12. I'm going to grab my spray bottle. And keep in mind, I never want my sides to be balanced. We are not going to deal with it being equal. I want it to be balanced, but I also want it to look like it has worn naturally, gracefully, whatever. Okay, so we don't have to overthink it, really. We really just don't want to overthink it. I need more water than that. The water is applied to activate the base coat, so it helps the colors blend together. And so you'll see that as I'm putting the mint on here, it's really taking all the green away, but it's really just softening the color underneath and blending it really well. But this is just part of the process. We are a long ways from being done. So I keep blending there. Some of that yellow that was originally there is pulling through, which is great. I love that. And I always work in sections. You guys know that. I'm going to put a little bit more of mint right here on this section. I'm definitely going to bring in a floral element to this one. It looks in the screen like this is white, but I want you to know it's a mint chip going over the pinks. Set that down. Now I'm gonna get my coral. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a great day. It's beautiful in Oklahoma. My friend Andy Walker just left. She brought me a trailer full of furniture. Thank you, Andy. So I'm good for a while. I don't have to, I am good. I'm gonna use the French tip today in this little area here. And I'm overlapping my mint chip and my cowgirl coral now for this second coat. A little chunk of paint got on there. Now be sure when you're working that you don't overwork it, because if I kept going, I would start pulling the paint off and everything's really splotchy. I'm working in sections. You're looking forward to April 1st. I'm in. Ah, yes, girl. You're coming to the group, Chandra. Thank you. You guys, she's talking about my Creative Connection. We are a creative membership and Chandra's going to join on April 1st. We're going to be open for 2 days, April 1st and 2nd. All you got to do is go to theturquoiseiris.com and go under membership. And you can get on the waiting list now if you want, because I'll be sending out emails, but that'll be open on Monday and Tuesday. Hi, Leslie Martin. How are you? One of the benefits of being in the Creative Connection, FYI, is that you get all of my online classes half off. I give everybody in the group a discount code, so you get half off of all of the classes. Yes, it is time, Chandra. Absolutely. Teresa, good to see you, sis. Good to see you on here. I'm happy to see your little name popping up here. It's been a while. It's been too long. All right, I really like right now actually the way the top looks. I'm not going to touch it. I don't actually feel like I need a second coat on the top. That petticoat pink covered really well. So now I need to grab my red, which is my marquee. And I'm going to pull that red back up over those two colors that I just applied, because I want the main color of this piece to be red. So I think I'm going to pour some red. I have this pouring and mixing bowl I ordered from the Colorist Concept. This is Abby Lytle. She's the owner of Eleanor's Room, and she's one of our retailers, and she's learned to do ceramics and pottery, and I'm so impressed. So impressed. So everywhere I turn, I have all these little mixing bowls and plates from Abby. I love it. It makes me so happy. Oh, you know what? I have a brand new dusty brush from Pink Pixie. So let me open it up. Okay. So I want to keep this wet because I want my colors to blend really well. And this is like heaven when you are blending because it's 3 inches wide. So can you guys still see right here? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pull this red back up over my coral and my mint chip. And since we're layering, guys, you don't need to worry about getting it just right. Like when you overwork it is when you get yourself into trouble. Let it dry, get it where you want it, and then just walk away and let it dry. Oh, this is perfect. Love this. Perfect. That did exactly what I needed it to do. Exactly. I'm not gonna re-dip, but I'm gonna pull this red all the way back up over the coral. And I'm gonna go up to the top. I'm gonna dry brush over. It's not Kissing Booth. I haven't used Kissing Booth once. I think I may at some point. I'm just dry brushing over the Cowgirl Coral in the petticoat. We are in hot mama stage right now. We look like a hot mess. We are not gonna stay that way, guys. Please trust the process. Do not panic. And if it's not your thing, no worries. You don't have to watch. Okay, I'm just dry brushing over it, and so it's really, you can't see, but the wood grain is so raw, it has like a texture, and it's picking up my dry brushing, which I love and adore so much. I'm going to be adding a lot of golden ticket up here to the top, so I'm going to let that be. And then, gosh, I love that. Did I already say that? I love it. I love it. Okay, let's go back down here a little bit. Okay. Awesome. So guys, if you have any questions about my Creative Connection or what it means, what's available, all those kind of things, feel free, because on April 1st, this will be your only chance to join. April 1st and 2nd will be your only chance to join until July. Thank you so much, Melody. It's $26 a month. There's no requirements. Anybody's welcome. There, you can quit anytime. It's not anything you're tied into, but we do all different kinds of things. So if you have any questions, guys, feel free to message me. Or, ask here. Because whatever you're thinking, somebody probably else is as well. So ask it here. the red back over the bohemian blue. So we're getting kind of a plummy purple color down there at the bottom, and I love it. So I'm working in sections. I haven't touched any of this. From here over is all dry, and it's all the base coat that we did mostly during Friday Night Live. I think I will just move right on over to this section here. So we go back in what order? We started with the mint chip. So I'm going to apply a little bit here. And I'm telling you, once we get this whole thing the way we want it, we're going to, Chandra, I love that, we're going to hand paint some flowers. Love that. Okay, what I'm going to do a little different, which I didn't do on the first section, is I'm going to grab my queen bee. And while that's wet, I'm actually going to add some of my queen bee into that mint chip. Why? Because I can. That's all. Because I can. And I want to. I like it. I like it a lot. I think this piece also needs a lot of, not only golden ticket, it's going to need a lot of copper, right? We're going to mix some copper up. Yeah, I like it. Okay, all right. Just a little dry brushing here. All right, okay, I had to add that in there. Okay, now coral. Just a little bit there. I'm gonna use my French tip. Tucson says, bam! Did you see that? Did you see it? Where do I want to put this girl? Okay, let's do this. Fire. We've got fire. That makes me so happy. So happy, guys. You have to be patient with yourself, and you have to be able to trust your instincts as far as color placement. You're welcome, Chandra. Thank you. And thank you guys when you share the video. I really, really appreciate that when you share and you give a heart or a thumbs up. It's very, very nice of you to take the time to do that. So this is Marquee Red, and the bottom color is Bohemian Blue. And I'm using colors Cowgirl Coral, I'm using Petticoat Pink, Queen Bee, and Mint Chip. Okay. Pulling this down. Should I pull this up? Just dry brushing a little bit. All of this dry brushing just adds so much texture to a piece that I know it's hard for you to see from way over here, but thanks, Danielle. Let me see if I can move you. I don't even have the light. Let's see. I can't tell which is easiest. I don't have much light on. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna mix this a little bit better. Awesome. Let's get some more yellow, shall we? Oh, sorry. I felt like, oh, all of a sudden, I felt like, whoa, I'm like too close to you, and that wasn't my plan, to get that close to you. Look at that Queen Bee. Girls, ladies, gentlemen, I love it. Let's put a little bit more over here. I'm guilty of loving the trim. I'm always loving the trim area more than any other area because you're able to do things with it rather than just a simple flat surface. So I'm like, oh, look at this section right here. This one, this is the one I like. I'm painting over this handle, but I'm going to end up having it be copper metallic with it dripping as if it were worn naturally. I will not have my woodwork, my wood, look like it's copper because it's wood, but I will have my hardware or my hinges, okay? I'm going to pull some of this yellow up right here. Just a little dry brushing because we can. Okay, so now we're on to Mint Chip. Kids are getting out of school, I think. I would have never thought, but yes, it. Thanks. Sorry. Hold on. Well, that's the best I can do. Let me do this little section right here for you guys. And then I need to start a new braid. This piece right here is waiting for some sisters to pop on here and have some pretty braids and some pretty crowns. So I'm going to move over here next. Let's see. So it's mint chip time. I'm going to overlap the yellow just a little bit. Overlap some of that cowgirl coral. Put a little bit more right here. So it's really minty here. Okay. Fantastic. Love. Grab a little coral. Grab a little water. Guys, if you're asking any questions and I'm not answering, I apologize. I'm just kind of in a zone. Isn't this fun? So great to see you painting furniture. Love seeing you no matter what, says Marnie. I have 7 pieces that were just delivered to me today. So I've got furniture. I started this on Friday night with Quita. I started this one, Friday Night Live. And she was working on a guitar, actually. She was painting a guitar on that night. If you missed it, I actually uploaded that to YouTube just now. So if you missed Friday Night Live and you want to watch Quita paint a guitar and me this wardrobe when I got started, it's on YouTube under Dion Woods. Sorry guys, kids are walking home from school and Abby's, you know, sure that they're gonna hurt me or harm me. They're just, you know, bad kids. No, they're not. They're good kids, Abby. Okay, now for the red. Thanks, Marnie. You guys, I also, for those of you interested, actually, I have another online course that starts tomorrow. Yes, it is, Sharon. It's the one I went and picked up from Quita. It's a how to master a Facebook Live, and I'll teach you all the how-to and what to do, and also talk to you about conquering some of our fears as to why we think to ourselves, there's no way I can do this. So I have that course starting tomorrow. That's also still available for anybody interested in joining that. We just do a closed group on Facebook. You don't have to be present to take the class, but it's going to be 3 weeks and hopefully a lot of fun. I think it will be. I know I will have fun. When I did my staging course, I gave the people that took the class, I gave them homework. And I'm trying to decide if I want to give them homework for the Facebook course. What do y'all think? Should I give them homework to work on at home, to do on their own time? I always figure you get what you put into it, right? So the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. So I always figure, well, gosh, if you paid the money, you showed up, you took the course, you want to get as much as you can out of it. So I'm kind of thinking I might give them a couple of challenges, and then for everybody that participates, let me send them some free paint. Right? Okay, so let me do a little dry brushing. I'm not going to get any more on my brush. Just kind of lightly go over. the phone in closer so you guys can see this, okay? Some more dry brushing with the golden tip, or with the yellow. Oh, yes. The midship and the queen bee, they make it. They make it. Hi, Stacy. Okay, so I think on that note, we'll go, because like I said, this is dry now. This is my base, and I'm gonna be painting a couple of girls, maybe some sisters, some friends, cousins, and I want to do another set of braids. So while this is all setting up, I want to, gosh, let me come back tomorrow, okay? I'm gonna come back tomorrow. It's Wednesday. Definitely will be able to come back tomorrow. And we will work some more on the bottom. And once we get it really the way we want, then we'll be able to finger paint some flowers. And I think I want some vines with some big white flowers on this piece. I think the red and the white and the yellow, I think it will all just be stunning. So cross her fingers. But right now she's still in her, I need a facial, acne, splotchy. But don't worry, let's see it through to the end. You guys, thanks for being here and joining me today and for sharing the video. It makes it worth it, because then I'm like, okay, they like it because they shared it. So I just appreciate it. We'll be waiting. Thanks, Donna. And G. Hi, Birdie. Thank you. It's the base coat. And why am I out of breath? Do you hear that? I'm like, why am I out of breath? So I have Bohemian Blue on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. Bohemian Blue. But I'm thinking some vines with some white flowers would be exactly what it needs. Look at this area right here. Yep. You're new. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you're here. You guys have an awesome Tuesday evening. If you have questions about whether to join the Creative Connection, is it for you? Do you have any questions? Tag me here. Thank you for the hearts. And like I said, or you can go to the turquoiseiris.com. You can actually get on the waiting list, and you'll get an email when we are opening it up for new people. You're very welcome, you guys. Have an awesome evening. Thanks.